Taurus. Hopefully I'm on here. It says that I am. Hope you guys are well. Things have been crazy for me with tech for the past month. But let me see if I can adjust this. It goes the other. There we go. The lighting's a little bit better that way. Okay, this is going to be a 6-card reading for Taurus people that are single or just started dating or just started seeing someone or have a crush on someone or are interested in someone. Sorry, it's early in the morning where I am. I'm still drinking my coffee. I will be able to do a good reading for you. It's just I'm not a morning person, even though I have to get up super early. Okay, this is for Taurus rising, sun, and moon. Also, I forgot to mention for the Aries people, you can also look up your Venus with these about love and relationships. So you can always look up your Venus sign if you don't know it already and watch those too. Okay, let's see what's in store for single Tauruses. All right. For June 2019. There's some interesting out of here. Okay. I'll show you your 6 cards before I start. Whoa, those 2 came out. Whoa, geez. Okay. We'll get into it. But what in the world? Okay. I don't know which ones of you this is for, but it's very specific. So this may or may not resonate for you. But this is what came out, so it's here for a reason. I'm going to show you your original 6 positions. 2 of them came out together. Okay. Oh, in your first position for June, and this is the present, by the way, in this reading, you have the Devil and you have the 3 of Swords. That is not a good combination, you guys. So we'll get into it. Luckily, this is not the future. This is just the present. So don't get freaked out, though. The rest of it isn't that bad. So your second position, you have the Magician. Your third one, you have Justice. Go figure. The 5 of Swords. The Tower. The Hierophant. In this deck, this is Chiron, the Wounded Healer. And then you have a couple of clarifiers. I may pick a clarifier for this first one just because it's so intense. But I did get a specific message with this. Okay, I'm just going to hold it up like this and then I'm going to break it apart. Hopefully you can see these and they're not too blurry. But you have Major Arcana, the Devil, and the Three of Swords on the top. And on the bottom, you have the Five of Swords. This is not a good combination. So presently, you're either going through this presently or you have been through this and it's directly affecting you presently. So if you are totally single and you're not interested in anyone and you haven't met anyone that you're interested in, this looks as if this is you recovering from a past relationship that came to a crash and was not a pretty ending. Ozzy, there's no one at the door. There's no one there. I'm getting so many scenarios with this, but if we were looking at this as something that has happened in the past and you're recovering from it now, and I'll read this in other ways too, it looks as if usually I don't get things like this, but this is for somebody, I'm guessing, or a group of you. It looks as if perhaps in this relationship in the past, you were heartbroken, you were possibly betrayed, there were possibly addictions involved or some kind, even though you knew that the relationship was not healthy for you, you still clung to it anyway and felt bound to this person. This person may have been a narcissist or somebody who was insensitive. This may have been some kind of situation where there were multiple people involved, as in a love triangle or polyamory gone wrong, or other people were brought into the situation that's where everything came to a crash. It looks as if this person either left you stranded and you have been trying to deal with the feelings that have cropped up from this, or you have done this to someone else, or a third party or somebody else came into the situation that was extremely cruel and screwed a lot of things up. It looks as if perhaps for some of you, you have had to let go of this situation. It was beyond your choice, or the universe snatched it away. It did not end well because possibly you or the other person clung on to each other or clung on to the situation even though it was not good. Or this could just be having a hard time letting go of old betrayals or old traumas with the relationships because it was so awful. It has made lasting scars on you that you're having a hard time letting go of in order to be open for something new. So it seems as though perhaps some of you have recently become single. Or this is something from the past that you're trying to deal with within yourself so that you can be open for something new. But this does not look pretty. This looks like it was extremely, it tore you up in a lot of different ways. So anyway, maybe I should pick a clarifier. Well, for some of you that are interested in someone, it could be that presently you're realizing some awful truths about this person that you did not realize. Like, I don't know, like they're married and they never told you, or something. There's something going on where it's like a jarring, rude awakening to the truth of this person when perhaps you thought they were better than this. But anyway, that's a lot. Let's see if I can pick some kind of remedy for you on what you could do to handle this situation or these things that are being brought up. Okay, I want one more. Okay. This isn't the greatest card, but it's way better than those ones. And this does tell me that you are thinking deeply about things that have gone on. And you do want something that is really good for you, that would be fulfilling for you, but you may not be completely ready to go in that direction physically just yet. It looks as if you're still processing, or you're still trying to deal with how you feel about all of this. For some of you, you may have been in some kind of a situation in the past that tore you up so much that you are reluctant to go towards something new, even though that's what you want, because it was so much that you are still possibly healing from this, or you have to sort out the rest of your emotions from this before you are completely ready. But you're definitely thinking about it, and you're definitely processing or trying to filter out how you feel. Forget how this other person feels or this situation feels. Think about how you feel. With this, I feel as though some of you think that this isn't even possible, or are doubting that it's possible. But then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So things are moving. Whether you like it or not, you are going to be releasing the past, because you have to go with the motion of things. Otherwise, things are going to get more and more and more difficult. So you must surrender, you must let go of the past, and you must move with the wheel forward. The wheel is taking you someplace. There is no way of knowing exactly what will happen. Just know that fortunate things are on their way, but you have to be open to them. And in the future, for the first part of June, you have the Magician over the Tower. And the first message I got is that in the first half of June, you'll be realizing that all of that chaos, all of that pain, all of that crap happened for a reason, even though it was extremely jarring and shocking and possibly tore your whole foundation up, because it has forced you to be independent, or it's forced you to look at yourself, or it's forced you to be on your own. Maybe you got too dependent on that situation, or something about it was keeping you from being able to be yourself completely. And so to me, this is a good feeling here, even though it's intense. Two major arcanas, the Tower and the Magician together. This is telling me that even though Uranus right now is throwing you guys for a major loop and is changing everything, even though it's very different energy from what Taurus needs and is, it's happening for a reason, which is to make you reinvent yourself, or to get back in touch with yourself, or simply to be free from that situation, completely free from that situation, so that you can cultivate and create what you want. So even though it's intense, even though you perhaps may have been evacuated out of your safe place because it was crumbling, even though it's unfamiliar territory or feels like you're all alone, it's happening for a reason, which is to get you back in touch with yourself, or to make you realize your own power. And if you are totally single and there is no one, this looks like a reinvention of yourself, or this looks like a reawakening of what you truly want. And it seems as though your priorities have changed with relationships, where now you want someone who's empowering. You want to empower somebody else. You do want to be in a good relationship, but you also need to cultivate your own independence, or your own sense of self. And this is what you want from someone else. It could even be that some of you are extremely happy to be single right now, and you don't really feel ready necessarily for a new relationship just yet, because you're getting in touch with yourself, or you're busy trying to rebuild a new structure for yourself. In the future, have some of you recently gotten out of a marriage and have just recently become single? Near the end of June, if that's the case for somebody, it looks as if the court case or the deciding factors of the divorce are happening near the end of June or in the future. That aside, I would say that further on in June, near the end of it, you look extremely peaceful. You do not look worried. You do not look shook up. You do not look thrown off or dismantled in any way. You look extremely calm, extremely poised, extremely balanced. You're really seeing things clearly. You want nothing other than fairness or justice in relationships. You want someone that you can reason with. I'm getting some of you may have been lied to in the past a lot. And so you demand to have someone who is compassionate, empathetic, wise, and able to talk truthfully with you and to be able to talk issues out honestly and with the intent being on resolution or balance or working things out. You look like you realize very deeply that something has not been fair and you need fairness and demand fairness now. With the Hierophant in this deck, it's Chiron. This is saying that you are on your way to true healing. The thick of having your wounds opened up and spill everywhere looks over by near the end of June, where you're starting to feel better. You're able to process, you're able to let certain things go, and you're able to heal, truthfully speaking. And for those of you that are single that have recently met someone or are about to meet someone that is significant for you, this looks like an amazing person. This looks like somebody who is extremely calm, extremely intelligent, able to talk things out with you, someone who looks at things in a different way or is very wise, someone reasonable and someone honest, someone who has relationships in mind or harmony in mind or working things out in mind. This could even be a counselor or a teacher or somebody who works with people that settles differences for a living. This could be a healer. This could be lots of things. This could be a Libra, Taurus, or a Venus-ruled person, or an air sign and an earth sign, possibly even a Sagittarius coming in the future. And if this is a person coming in, it looks as though this person speeds up the process of healing for you, or you're able to talk with them about what you're coming away from. If this is a potential relationship that you're interested in the future, you don't want to talk about it too much with them because you want to cultivate the relationship with them. But this is a sort of person that you can speak with about where you're coming from, and they'll understand. With these two, if some of you have been treated extremely unfairly, it looks as though you're getting justice in the future. You're getting justice, and that also helps to heal you. Karma will take care of it. With these two, you have the King of Swords and the Knight of Wands. It could very well be a Sag or a fire sign coming in the future, or an air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I'm not getting Gemini. I'm getting more Aquarius, Libra. Anyway, I see you as being extremely firm about what you deserve and want, especially with communication and things like truth and making up your mind. It looks as though you are severing the cord with this past situation in the future, where you're ready to cut the cord and just be done with it and let it go completely. And it looks to me as if you may be traveling, or you may be ready to go find someone new or find a new relationship, or to just go explore in general, explore who you are, what you want, what's out there for you, your possibilities or potentials. You may be traveling in the future. After this settling thing is over with, Some of you may be getting a settlement, but I see you as being determined to have truth in the future and to settle for nothing less than that. There is some kind of an adventurous person coming in the future, and it looks as though you guys communicate extremely well. Or you will receive a message from this person or stumble across this person while traveling or while going about your business. So, okay, hopefully that helped or made sense. And I'll see you guys soon, hopefully in the next week or a couple of days for your general readings. Okay, bye. Take care, you guys. Good luck.